I tied a long rope around the girl's waist. Then I made her take off her iron shoes. The next second, she floated into the air like a balloon. She flew up to a tree branch, carefully returned a squirrel to its nest. Then I pulled her back to the ground. Emma's body was lighter than air. That's how we became friends. Then she took me to a mysterious castle. Every child in the castle had a superpower. This girl had the power to control nature. She stretched out her hands. A giant carrot appeared, but she couldn't pull it out. So her companion immediately came to help. The little girl easily pulled out the 500-pound carrot. Then she dragged it back. The most terrifying were the two masked twins, because as soon as they took off their masks, anyone who saw their faces would immediately turn to stone. There was also a boy who could control puppets. He put artificial hearts into the puppets. The next second, the puppets came to life. They even fought each other under his control. That night, I was invited to dinner at the castle. A boy opened his mouth. A swarm of bees flew out of it. To avoid disturbing everyone, he put on his hat and drew all the bees back inside. The little girl picked up a chicken leg. There was a mouth on the back of her head. She immediately swallowed the chicken leg. The next day, Emma invited me to go out to sea. She jumped into the water. I quickly followed her. Then Emma blew bubbles at me. The bubbles covered my head, allowing me to breathe underwater. Soon, we sank to the bottom of the sea and discovered an abandoned pirate ship. To enter the cabin, Emma frantically blew at the seawater. The next second, all the seawater was blown away. We searched inside the cabin and found an iron chest. It contained a terrifying secret. It turned out that monsters really existed in this world. They would capture children with superpowers and then eat their eyes. After learning the truth, I immediately told the hostess, but just then, a monster suddenly broke into the castle. Luckily, the hostess quickly knocked the monster down with a crossbow, but this place was no longer safe. The children began packing their things to leave, but it was already too late. The monster leader captured me to protect these children. The hostess had no choice but to reveal her true form as a crow, and was eventually locked in a cage by the monsters. Now I must lead these children to rescue her. If it were you, which child's superpower would you want to have? Leave a comment.